Have you ever walked into a home and wondered exactly what the architect or builder was thinking? Well, in my career over the years, I've been able to walk through many homes, and I've owned, built, and remodeled many as well. So I thought it might be a really good idea to talk a little bit about the mistakes I see in floor plans that builders make, so that when you go shopping and you're looking for your next perfect home, you don't make the mistake in buying one of these floor plans that leave buyers with a huge question on their face when touring your home. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that functionality and streamlining your day-to-day life is very important to me. And I've done many videos in the past about what makes a perfect floor plan or the perfect home be able to cater to that simplified lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the mistakes that builders make in those floor plans, and which in turn can cause you to purchase one of these homes that work against having that streamlined, simple functionality in your day-to-day life. Let's start with the exterior, since it's the first thing that anyone encounters when they come up to a home. So let's start with the garage. The first thing that gets a huge red check mark to me is if I come up to a home and it's a two-car garage. There's many reasons why a two-car garage is less than appealing to me. And it's not just in your lifestyle, but it also is a huge resale issue as well. I can't tell you how many times I walk into a home with a buyer, or I am doing a home tour for a seller, and the first thing I hear from the buyer is, it's only a two-car garage. So I know this plays a huge factor into the resale value of your home. So many homeowners use the garage as an extension of their home. Even if they don't have 3 cars, having a 3-car garage or even a 4-car garage can really add space to the living area. And I know that this sounds weird because you don't live in your garage. I understand that. But people use this as an extension by adding workspace, they add home gyms to the garage, or they use it for extra appliances like their extra drink refrigerator or even a deep freezer. And I've even seen some extra laundry rooms added to the garage space itself. Another huge inconvenience I've seen with garage spaces is when home builders have those garages that you have a side entry. So you'd either turn left or right into that garage. Well, a lot of times I see that the builder does not allow enough space to actually make that turn. So a lot of people have very large SUVs because they have families, or even large trucks. And if you can't clear that turn to get into your garage, or you feel like you're going to scrape the back end of your vehicle on the side wall of your lot, it really creates a huge inconvenience and a frustration for the homeowner down the road. And a lot of times you don't realize this until you actually purchase the home. So when I buy a home, I like to make sure I measure how much space will be from that garage door to the side wall of the lot, and make sure that I can very easily clear that space. And while we're talking about large vehicles, another huge mistake I see in these garage spaces is that the builder doesn't allow enough depth in the garage, which makes it very hard on the homeowner to be able to park those vehicles inside the garage. And there's nothing worse than moving into your brand new home and having to park your vehicle in the driveway or on the street because you don't fit because of the depth that the builder has allowed you in that garage. So I highly recommend that before purchasing your home, again, make sure you really measure that garage space. Measure the depth, measure the distance across, and make sure you're going to have room to open and close doors. Even if it is a 2-car garage, make sure you can really fit 2 cars in there side by side and still have space to open the doors on both sides so that you or your passenger can get in and out of the car freely. And don't forget, measure that space on the driveway if you have those side entry garages to make sure that you have enough room to back in or out. While we're talking about garages, one of my biggest pet peeves is when the garage is placed too far away from the kitchen. Although my current home is set up this way, I will say it's super annoying when I go grocery shopping because I have to walk so far from the garage and bring all my groceries into the kitchen. Although I do have children who can help me empty the car on grocery shopping days, it's still very annoying when I happen to go on a huge grocery shopping haul or if I'm in a really big rush. And there are many days that I wish that I could redesign this part of my home. But you may be asking, why did I still purchase this home, although it's one of my biggest pet peeves? Well, it's because a lot of the things I talk about on this channel is in the most ideal situation. And my current home happens to have many other positive factors that I thought outweighed this one horrible factor. But like I said, although I really do at times wish that I could redesign the garage and the kitchen space of my home, but at that point, I think I'd just rather move. Something else that I think is a huge flaw in a floor plan is when you don't have enough bathrooms to service the amount of rooms in the home. You may have a bathroom en suite to every bedroom, including your secondary ones. But say like upstairs you have a loft or a gym or a theater space, and there's not a dedicated bathroom to service that area. That can tend to be really annoying because if you're up there and you're enjoying movie night with your friends and family and there's no bathroom up there, think about it. They have to go into one of the bedrooms to go to the bathroom inside of that room. And there are actually floor plans where I've seen this happen. So make sure you look out for that when you are shopping for a home. Also, speaking of bathrooms, sometimes even on main levels, there won't be enough powder rooms to service these larger floor plans. So if you have a kitchen, a living room, a media room, and a dining room, and you live in a 5,000 square foot home, that means each floor is 2,500 square feet, and you only have one powder room downstairs, think about if you were sitting in that media room and and your powder room is situated at the front of the house. You would have to leave that media room, walk across about 2,500 square feet of home to get to that powder room. So make sure when you're looking at these larger floor plans that you have enough powder rooms downstairs even to satisfy the amount of space that you have downstairs as well. And for all you people who love to cook, have you ever been in a kitchen that is in a room all by itself and sometimes you're in there and you feel like you're hired help and not part of the party? So I think having a kitchen that isn't part of a great room space can tend to get really frustrating for homeowners, especially those who find themselves in the kitchen a lot, because again, like I said, you end up feeling like you're hired help and you do want to be part of the party. So make sure you look into this very closely on your floor plans when purchasing a home or even building and designing one. Before we continue, my name is Lisa Lopez, your trusted real estate consultant. I post videos weekly that talk about ways to live your luxury life in the most simplified manner. For more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified each time I drop a new video. So let's talk about these floor plans that don't have walk-in pantries. I realize some homes don't have the space for it, but A lot of homeowners use their pantry as an extension of their kitchen now. And I've seen homeowners use this space for all kinds of things like storing their pet food, having small beverage refrigerators, and if you're like me and don't want to run out of your necessities, I like to use my pantry for backup storage space for things such as paper towels, condiments, and other pantry staples. My favorite luxury thing to add to a pantry when you have the space is a counter with some electrical plugs so that you can hide all of your smaller appliances like your coffee maker, your toaster, and I've even seen and really enjoyed having an entire refrigerator in my pantry for all the backup drinks. Another huge faux pas I see is having a primary bath that's designed way too big. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love a nice, big, spacious bathroom, but a lot of times these floor plans that make that primary bath so big take space away from other secondary bedrooms or living spaces, which tend to get very frustrating for homeowners who want that functionality in their home when they live there. And if I had $1 for every time that I've heard this primary closet is not big enough, I would be a rich woman by now. This is a very common complaint, so much so that a local builder here had to redesign their floor plan. And this is a local builder, and this happened recently within the last 5 years. But they had to redesign their floor plans because the overwhelming consensus from buyers were that for the square footage of the home, the closet spaces were much too small. And if you happen to buy a home with this problem, it's a problem that cannot be rectified very easily. Unless you have a spare bedroom that you can convert into a dressing room and closet space, this can become a deal breaker for some. And imagine even if you did have that extra bedroom to convert, that means that you have to walk from your bedroom to this other bedroom to get dressed, which can be a huge inconvenience and completely goes against my philosophy in living a very simplified and streamlined lifestyle. And while we're on closets, I cannot understand for the life of me why builders can't find the space to incorporate walk-in closets in every bedroom. I feel like closets with the sliding doors are such a waste of space that homeowners can't access all the space available behind those doors. And a lot of times when I walk into resale homes, I'll see homeowners that have actually removed the doors off of the closet and just leave it a big open space. I once had a home that had closets like this, and to rectify the problem, I had the doors removed, but I also had the drywall up top removed as well, and I hired a cabinet maker to build almost like a built-in wardrobe where it had big doors that opened so that you could use the entire space to hang your clothes, and it also had drawer space built below so that it acted as the dresser space. So it had all the things that a walk-in closet had. You didn't necessarily need the space to walk into that closet, and you could use all the space that closet was intended for. I love hearing the overall consensus from all my followers. So tell me, if you were able to build your perfect home, how big of a garage would you build? I didn't mention it earlier, but at the end of this video, I will weigh in my opinion. So tell me in the comments below, is it A, a 2-car garage, B, a 3-car garage, C, a 4-car garage, or D, a 5-car garage? Don't forget, let me know in the comments below. I recently toured a home for a builder here for a grand opening of a community and was shocked when I walked through the front door and was met immediately with this huge wall right in front of me and a staircase. It made me really confused, and I kind of like looked left and I looked right and I was wondering, which way do I go? This certainly wasn't the first time I've seen this in a floor plan, and I think home builders should really be careful when they do this. There's nothing wrong with having your entryway have, the end of your house right there. I understand that, but I think there's just so many other ways to keep your eye moving through, like maybe some big windows that are more visually pleasing and keep the eye moving through to the backyard view, maybe the pool or whatever your view is out there beyond that wall. For those of you who have made it this far, thank you very much. And I will now weigh in on what I think is the perfect garage size for the average home. And that is a 4-car garage. I think it allows for both parents to have a car, and if you do have children, you can add an extra car without sacrificing that added area for either a workspace, a home gym, or those extra refrigerators and freezers that I talked about earlier. And it still provides enough space for extra storage of your holiday decorations or any extra boxes you may need to put out there as well. If you'd like me to help you find that perfect floor plan or need help selling your home, make sure you reach out to me. All of my information is in the description below. And don't forget, hit the bell so you get notified each time I drop a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.